What's going on there, guys? We're back with another one. And so now we have Shador Sanders stepping up to the podium, speaking about the comments made by Dillon Gabriel last week, who many thought were inflammatory remarks made towards the Browns' fifth round selection. The most popular player on the roster, Shedeur Sanders. Now, he said that was about the media. Stephen A. Smith and a few other pundits agree with him, but Shannon Sharp said he believes this was indeed a shot at Shedeur Sanders. You know, social media ran with it, and it seemed like a weird time to make that statement, right? So, we're going to get into Shedor's response to what Dillon Gabriel had to say. Let's speak.
Entertainers and there's competitors, and I totally understand that. And my job is to compete, and that's what I'm focused on doing. Of course, we're doing this mid-game, but it's something that I'll get used to, and just want to be the best team that I can and create an environment where we can all go do our best work. That's all we want to do.
There's a quote that you said, there's entertainers and competitors. I'm a competitor, and I understand there's entertainers. What context is that quote given?
All you in this room are entertainers, and you have a job to do, and I respect it, right? And I'm a competitor, so I have a job to do as well. And I think, just understanding that, that's how I've lived by, and I've said that multiple times. So definitely not a new quote, but something that I've definitely said before.
You were referring to media and the entertainers?
Yeah, I just said that, yeah.
And just to clarify, I think, how social media is, I think some people are trying to take that as something that you probably did not mean it as. Some people are trying to make it out to be sort of a shot at Shedeur.
Yeah, first off, I'm all about our team, you know what I mean, and each other. I would never make that, and I've said it before, that's why it's interesting. But for me, I've explained it. Entertainers are you all, competitor, that's what I am, and all my teammates, and we both have jobs to do. So that's it.
And he talked about the difference between entertainers and competitors. He called himself a competitor. Some people have construed that as a shot at you. How did you take that?
Honestly, I don't even think about nothing. I don't think about anything. If it's not words or anything, at this point it can't do anything to me. I know, the God put the ability and the power within me to not even think about nobody else's comments, not care. It is what it is. I spoke with him. He said, nah, bro, that wasn't. He said, that wasn't. He told me on the plane. He came up. He was like, nah, bro, that wasn't at you. I see how they trying to spin. I'm like, oh, all right. I'm not tripping. Regardless of whatever it was. Nobody's words or anything affects me, So, yeah.
So did you believe him when he told you it wasn't on you?
Did I believe him?
Yeah.
I feel like you're trying to start stuff now. I feel like you're trying to start stuff. He's doing his job. He's supposed to. Do I feel like he did? I don't know. And that's not on me to sit here and be like, oh, he did, he didn't. That's not going to change my life in any way.
What's it been like to work with him this camp, this preseason?
It's great competition. Every day you go out there, get a completion, and just how it is for everybody else in the room.
So you heard it right there from Shedeur Sanders, man. Does he believe him? It don't matter either way, right? That's just a conversation steered in another direction to create more clickbait for a rookie competition, whereas Joe Flacco has been named the starter, and we know that they are both vying for QB2 right now. QB2 in this iteration of the Cleveland Browns is essentially saying that they are the quarterback of the future. So that 2 spot holds big time significance. And so his comments were viewed as, if you want a quarterback that's a leader of men, then I'm your guy. It was almost like he was campaigning about the other part of the quarterback. We've seen people say that organizations like boring QBs. Now, Shedor's personality, more like a defensive back. Was his father the king of defensive backs, right? Coach Prime. Well, he felt in his heart he needed to go up and address Shedeur, and nothing is wrong with telling a man, look, that won't meant for you, because we know the media has a job to pit these quarterbacks against each other. And Dillon, was he talking about that? I would have to go back and see the other times that he said that. Was he saying that at Oregon? Was he saying that at the other schools previous to that? I don't know enough, me personally, but maybe some of you guys know more about Dillon Gabriel. Maybe that's a quote he's been using. And if that's the case, hey, it is what it is. But at the same time, you say that knowing that Shador Sanders is on your roster, you can't help but hear the noise reverberate throughout your locker room, throughout the media, and we all know like he's the player that everyone's looking at. Now, I'm not rooting against Dillon Gabriel. I'm not putting up titles talking about he's trash and all that because I thought Dillon Gabriel looked pretty decent, in his first bit of action out there. Now, he threw in the double coverage and the guys ran the wrong route. You have to hold that, take the sack, and get on to your guys or throw it away. But you cannot make that pass for a pick six. But other than that, and he had that fumble, which was his fault as well. But really, his total game for his first bit of action was better than what I was seeing coming out of training camp. So I'm rooting for the young man as well. He can't help that he was drafted to the Cleveland Browns for someone who all of us are rooting for, right? We want, because we know Shador Sanders is way better than where he was drafted. So we just want him to show them that, look, man, y'all pride got in the way and I'm still that dude. At the same time, I want Dillon Gabriel to have a good career wherever he is too, whether that be starting or backing up somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? Or Shedeur go somewhere else is better for him. But, to make these comments, obviously, you look at Dan Lanning and the coach that he played for last and how he felt about Coach Prime, it only adds more fuel to the fire. Even though he wasn't in that matchup where they played, Dan Lanning and Dillon Gabriel probably done had conversations behind the scenes about, you see that circus over there. He give me them type of vibes. So that added something to it for me. And is Dillon hiding how he truly feels? Is he throwing rocks and hiding his hand, so to speak, when it gets too hot? Or is this just something that people have overblown? Now, I want you guys to answer that for me. And what do you feel? Because we don't truly know. Only person that knows is Dillon Gabriel. Because Shedeur said he's not even sure if he believes him. Basically, and it's not nothing for him to even stop and think about. You can't think about what the next man is going to say, do, while you're vying for that number 2 spot. And I feel like, though, you have to see what these guys have. And if they start out slow, then they'll get their opportunities really quickly. Like I said, only thing that would prevent them from playing this year, or at least QB2 from getting a lot of minutes this year, is the Browns start out 6-0, 7-0, or something like that. And then you just trying to see where this thing can go. Other than that, we'll be seeing one of these guys. That's why all of this is significant. But let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.